Good morning, guys. Today I'm gonna hit Fancy Gap, which is on the Blue Ridge Parkway, and probably run 610 all the way south. I like running 610 to 301 whenever I'm heading south along the East Coast here. They're kind of back roads, little towns and stuff, so I can stop whenever I want, and it's easy riding, and a lot of that is still good speed, 55 to 65, so you're still making good miles, but it keeps you off the interstate, which is just atrocious. But this morning we're just gonna have some breakfast, some bacon, some eggs and toast, and then I'm gonna roll on here right around lunchtime. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, my name's Randall. Thanks for stopping in, guys. Let's go for a ride.
Modern day drifter. For the past 30, 40, or even 50 years, things have changed. Some good, some not. In the midst of change, there are some who hold on to the past. Maybe that's you. I have a pal who hosts a private gathering of like-minded drifters from days gone. He calls it the Panhead Party. It's an honor to be invited. It's a 3-day run. It starts now. And you're invited too. Let's roll.
Slowed down just long enough to get off the highway, stretch the legs. I'm only about an hour into this, so it's still a lot ahead of me and such, but we're gonna head down to Mount Airy and check out the music shop down there that I dig. But I could not pass up this cool little American shop. This is Willis Gap General Store, and if you get a chance to stop down here and check out their inventory, they actually purchase things wholesale, so that's how they keep so well stocked. But the store is incredible. There's a lot right out here in front that'll draw you in, but you know, go inside and check out what they got behind the counters too. Let's head down to Mount Airy. Every American town's kind of got its own little flair that makes it its own, you know, it kind of defines that town, and they all kind of have something a little special going on. So I'm in the town of Mount Airy, and that's home to the fictional town of Mayberry, if you guys are familiar with the Andy Griffith show at all. And there's a little music shop here called Mayberry Music Center, and well, I like to stop here when I come through town. I just found a spot. I'm up on a hill. It looks like I'll get, I'm not in a cold sink, so I'm not low elevation. It's a good spot. But anyways, it got darker on me than I was hoping. It just kind of snuck up on me. But I'm gonna go ahead and get camp set up while I have a little bit of sunlight left. Ambient sunlight is really all I got, but I'm gonna go ahead and get set up. Got cold last night. I'm not cold. I'm in a little cocoon of heat right now, but the air is cold out there. When I leave the house, it's not a big deal. You can like get your last drink of coffee, then just run out to the bike, jump on it, and go. But I got to break down camp. There's probably dew all over the tent too. So I'm gonna have to do all that. Wow. Sound like a princess. I'm just gonna get up and go. Let's get up. I got out of the tent anyway. Sun is just breaking through the trees, and give you an idea what camp looks like here. It's just a big clear cut. It's like someone clear cut this a couple years ago and just growing in. I had a deer come in last night and, you know, it snorted at me as it was coming by, but hey, I'm in its neighborhood, you know what I mean? It came around the turn and it saw my shanty there. Said that didn't belong, so he snorted at me. Anyway, let me get stuff kind of gathered up, put together, and packed up. And I think our first order of business this morning is going to be going to find some coffee, a little breakfast. I did not have supper last night, so I'm ready to eat, you know? So I need some food. That's first order of business. So a buddy of mine up in New York, David, gave me this snowsuit to use because, you know, it's cold heading south first thing in the morning whenever it's, well, spring, you know, but living up north, we do a little bit of snowmobiling, and he had this old snowmobile suit, and he used to use this whenever he rode, and he sent it to me as a gift. So heck, I thought I'd try it out this morning. Good morning, guys. I am just waking up, kind of getting the bike packed up and ready to roll, and we're heading south probably about, well, it's shy of 300 miles, and that'll be a final stop south, and I'll finally arrive at the Panhead party. If this is your first time on the channel, first time attending the Panhead party with me, you gotta understand, when I went to Sturgis a couple years back, you can check the videos, I ran into a crew essentially back in the woods. You know, it's a little spooky, but they're all old-time bikers. These guys, they grew up in that culture and heritage that a lot of folks have just forgotten about over the years. They lived it. I don't know how else to say it. We talk about it, we dream about it, I write songs about it, but these guys, they lived it. They lived all the way through it. The gentleman who's putting this on, he rode his Panhead from Florida to Sturgis, I don't know, something like 45 times. That's a lot of tripping on a old Panhead with a raked front. Anyways, the Panhead party's really special. That's where we're heading, and I'm going to take you guys along. So if you guys are interested in that, hang out. Just wanted to pull over and take a quick break. Get a drink of water. I don't know if I made it into Florida yet. I didn't see a state line being announced, but I must be really close to the Florida-Georgia line, so I'm about to step into the Florida. I'm about to cross the Florida state line, but I thought I'd get out, rest the rear end for a minute, and maybe get a drink of water. The bike's been running really good. I think the spark plugs being changed out on it was all it needed. Tyler down at the motorcycle shop that I went to, he said that when that code comes on and off like that, the way it comes on and off like that, for some reason, he checked online, it actually is a code for you need new spark plugs. So he put the new plugs in, and man, I think he nailed it. I think he got it 100%. That light has not come back on yet. So I'm really happy with that. I appreciate Tyler helping me out and figuring that one out for me, because I was a little bit worried about bringing that bike on this long ride, but it's turning out to be good, man. I think we're going to be fine.
I think we're gonna long haul this. We're gonna go down, enjoy ourselves at the party, and turn right around, go back north. I think it's gonna be solid. Man, it's beautiful out here, guys. It seems to me that it's strange that anybody still lives up north. Like at some point in your life, you had to have discovered Florida. And if you've discovered Florida, what are you doing anywhere else? Worried no one would recognize me without the guitar.
Well, I recognize it. Yeah, that's a whole different fight, isn't it?
Yes, sir. I just timed my tent setup there, and I've never done that before, but it looks like I'm right around 7 minutes. I'm not going to throw my gear inside of it just yet because it's a little damp. Up in North Carolina, we got a heavy dew, so it was like, kind of felt like it rained, to be honest. The dew was real heavy. So I packed it up kind of damp, and right now in Florida it is beautiful. We are getting classic Florida weather. Beauty sky, full sun, and I think it's probably pushing 80, so 78 we'll say. So that thing's gonna dry out in about 20 minutes, and then I'll load my stuff into it. But yeah, 7 minutes for setup, not too bad. That's from strapped on the bike till standing in its current configuration, so about 7 minutes. That's pretty good. I'm happy with that. I don't think it needs to be fast or anything, but you know, I've set up while it's raining, and I tell you what, knowing your tent and knowing your systems is important. Whenever you need to know it, you need to know it. So, but that's it, 7 minutes for setup. My nose really got charred today. It usually clears up in a day or two, but I'm telling you, I have SPF 50 on and I'm reapplying it. It's just, my nose just gets burnt. I don't get it. Anyways, that's it for me tonight. I will get with you guys in the morning, so good night to you. Look at that schnoz, guys. Really did a number to it. Put some antibiotic on it last night. I always carry one of those little tubes with me. Triple antibiotic. So that's what I did to treat it. Just needs a day or two to heal. But man, I did a number on it. Excuse me. I guess this is my third year doing the Panhead party, and yeah, I think third year. Man, one of the cool things about coming down early, at least for me, for my personality type, you get that extra day where you can just kind of settle in, and you have time to get a shower, get camp set up, and just get all the water jug filled up. It's like that extra day ahead of time lets you hang out with your pals outside of party context, and so it's a little bit more chill. It's been nice. Tonight we're expecting a lot of people to roll in, and then through the weekend, of course, we'll party. But right now it's just kind of chill. I think I'm going to walk inside and do breakfast. I'll probably just get some toast and eggs or something like that. And I don't really have big plans for today, but time with pals is always good. Unfortunately, right now, Forgotten Angels is going on at the same time. So
I have some pals just south of me, about 60 miles, something like that. And I would like to get together with them and just hang out for a little bit, but I'm not sure if that'll happen. You know, the day is just, it's only got so many hours, you know what I mean? And we don't have anything lined up. I haven't even discussed it with anyone, so it'd be spur of the moment if they wanted to. Anyway, I'm at the Panhead party, 3rd year in a row, and I'm pretty excited, guys. I just love seeing these cool old bikes, man. There was something about, it's that bygone era, right? We usually talk a lot about how special that era of motorcycling history was. The guys who are coming to this party, man, they lived it. They lived right through the heart of it. And they have these relic motorcycles that they've hung on to for all these years. It's wild to think how many times and they've traveled to all the events. Every single event you can even dream up, they've done it. They've done it. Every single one of them is represented in the crew that's coming today. It's just wild. It's just wild. Far-reaching, very well-traveled. I mean, they've been everywhere. When we discuss our travel trips and such, they don't even need maps, you know what I mean? And I'm talking about across the country. I was talking about some random road that I was on, and I jumped in the river to take a bath when I was up in Oregon, and they knew exactly where I was talking about. They knew the river. They were talking about some of the towns along the way, and I'm like, yeah, I think that was a town along the way. Yeah, it was. Of course it was. It's just wild, the memories and the miles that they have, that they've racked up. Man, at the end of our life, if we would be half as lucky, we've lived a good life. Historically, I've been quite the mooch at the Panhead party, to be honest. I show up and I just enjoy the party. But I'm kind of feeling today I'm going to run into town and get a few provisions, real basic things. I don't think people need much. I think our host has done a great job setting everything up. I think we'd be fine. But, you know, just some little simple things I want to get. And on top of that, you guys notice I did not bring the guitar with me. I just didn't have time to make a bracket. So carrying the guitar, I could have done bungee straps, and believe me, I had my guitar on here. I was looking at it, I was thinking about it, but it just didn't seem secure. And, well, it was rushed. And I said, you know what? Let me just go hang out with my pals. So I came without the guitar, and unfortunately, I'm missing it. So there's a pawn shop just inside town here. I'm gonna go see if maybe they have a cheap guitar there. It might be a contribution to the Panhead party. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna go check it out, see if there's a guitar out there that's something pretty relatively inexpensive, something just to make some noise on. And while I'm out, I'm gonna get some provisions. So that'll give me something to do today. We're still a day ahead. Tonight, people are gonna start arriving. We're still gearing up to it, so we're still putting it together. Let's run into town. There were a few guitars in there, but nothing that really caught my attention. There was a 12-string Yamaha, and it was okay, but it had a crack down in the headstock. So as much as I'd like to be able to just pony up some cash on a whatever guitar, it has to be able to have some integrity so it doesn't fall apart in the middle of playing. I got provisions, man. So something cool, I hopped onto Marketplace and I found a gentleman who's got an old guitar. Boy, nothing packs provisions like a bagger, buddy. So Bradley, the guy with the guitar, he said he's just gonna meet me here. So he actually said he's gonna jump on in his truck and come over and just bring the guitar over. So it saves me a trip around a foreign town. Man, these bags hold so much. I got 4 2-liters of soda, a case of beer, a case of water, and some strawberries, some coffee. I'm loaded up. Man, the baggers are good for that, huh? But anyways, Bradley's on his way, so we're gonna check this acoustic guitar out. I'm at a biker party,
and the guys are like, "You didn't bring your guitar?" I'm like, "Because normally I have the guitar on the bike." I said, "No, I thought I'd get away with one trip without a guitar."
No.
It's no, they want to hear
today,
the guitar.
man.
So let's give it a quick shot here. Yeah, it looks almost brand new, man.
It is.
Looks like it's in really good shape.
Yep.
I'm gonna play this just a little bit and get a feel for it and see if we can work it out. That's Bradley. He brought the guitar for me, guys. We made a deal, my man.
Yes, sir.
That is yours. And a handshake to seal the deal.
Happy to do it, man. Glad to see it go on an adventure.
So it's a what year?
I do not know.
I'm not sure the year, but it's a beautiful blacking color Fender.
Yes, sir.
Acoustic electric guitar. And I tuned it up. I played a little bit. It's got real nice feel to it, and it's got a good solid classic, I'd say a classic Fender acoustic sound to it. So I'm really happy with that. We managed to close the deal here today, and guys, we have a guitar for the party. Let's get back to camp. Thank you so much, my bro.
Yes, sir.
It's all set up. It's already recording. Yeah, so.
Okay.
Yeah,
hold my beer.
Hold on. Okay. That's doing good.
I got it.
My camera.
No, I know. I got to get my fingers in the right place.
Hold your beer right here.
Thank you, Tommy.
Yeah.
This is a money shot now. He puts it on YouTube. He tries to get paid.
Would bring back the panhead. Indian Larry were building bikes and doing stunts. The Daytona Bike Week wasn't overrun with yuppies, and Knievel was still doing his jumps.
So the older bikes, they just love a wrench, and he had the lifter block that was right on the bottom of the push rods there. You could just tell it was just moving a little bit, but those screws are backing out and they're getting loose, and the oil's kind of leaking out there, so he's gonna have to address that at some point. But he got it set up enough that he can run it, you guys can see, and it was just good to spend a little bit of garage time here before the Panhead party kind of gets rolling. One thing we're missing a lot of nowadays in the motorcycling world is that garage time. As the bikes get more electronic and such, we can move further and further away from the garage and closer to a shop. This bike is no exception. Gotta be honest, there's a lot more bike than what I'm used to scooting around on. So similar enough, I think, to my Softail, that I'm okay with it, but it is definitely a lot more bike than I'm used to. But I loved that garage time with the old Panhead. I love it. I won't lie, I'll say, I don't know if it's just nostalgia or something, but I'm a fan. I am a fan. The older, the better. The older, the better. I love the FLHs. I love the flatheads. I love the Softails, I love the Springers, I love the Panheads. I mean, everything that's ancient, I just seem to love. So I'm gravitating more and more to it. And I think a lot of you guys are kind of like that too. If you guys are around the older bikes and stuff, it just kind of draws you in. The more you know about motorcycling, the more the older stuff just draws you in. The more I learn, that's definitely true of me. The more I learn, the more I'm drawn in. Guys, I might be a little bit inebriated. I'm sure you guys understand. I'm not going to do any videoing tonight, so I'm just going to hang out with my pals that are back here in the background. I'm going to get the guitar out and just hang out. and just really spend some time with my pals. Tomorrow, the Panhead party is going to officially start, and then I'll do some more of this stuff. But give me tonight, just to hang out with the people that I love. Have a good night, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Good morning and welcome back to the Panhead party. So we had a bunch of bikes rolled in last night, and there's a few rolling in as we speak here. I think they're gonna, of the people who didn't spend the night, they're riding in today. It's a big deal to ride the Panhead in to the Panhead party. The host has a book that you sign, so if you ride an old bike in, he actually lets you sign it. And that is what's known as Panhead Row. This is Ross's 52nd annual Panhead party, and I have made the last 3. So from year 50, 51, and 52. Those are the 3 years that I've personally made. So they have a book here that you can sign for every year that you ride in on a Panhead, and it's ride in. It has to be ride in.
I wish Harley would bring back the Panhead. Indy and Larry were building bikes and doing stunts. The Daytona Bike Week wasn't overrun with yuppies, and Knievel was still doing his jumps. I wish the Black Hills were still classic like they were, for hill climbs and bike games in the dirt, for pits built for burnouts and paint candy apple red. Mostly I wish Harley would bring back the Panhead, for flat track racing every Saturday with you, for the greatest club colors of red, white, and blue, for all who have served like my daddy and me, and for all the brave who have bled. Come on, Harley, bring back the Panhead. I wish David Mann were still painting like he was, for another Stevie Ray solo and one more beer buzz. What we were, we are still standing tall, 'cause red, white, and blue are the greatest club colors of all. For flat track racing every Saturday with you, and the greatest club colors of red, white, and blue, for all who have served like my daddy and me, and for all the brave who have bled. Oh, I'm talking to the boardroom in Milwaukee. Come on, Harley, bring back our damn Panhead.
As the Panhead party kind of comes to an end here, I got to make some decisions about how I'm traveling back north. There's a little bit of a cold front moving through Pennsylvania. So up north, I'm not real excited about like rushing to get back. At the same time, I want to do some boondock type camping, some bushcraft stuff on the way back. So if you're new to the channel, I typically don't stay at too many folks' houses. When I'm on the road, I stay out in the woods. So a lot of bushcraft stuff. But I'm looking forward to heading north because I want to try and make this a true voyage through the woods, if you will. Kind of an independent traveling segment. So if you've been along through this video this long, thank you for the support. But I think it's just about to turn into my favorite part of the ride. as we head north. So we're gonna finish it up. That's Robin. We're gonna finish up the Panhead party here and then turn around and head back north, guys. And thank you so much for coming this far into the journey with me. It's really just starting, so thank you for being here. Robin doing circles. This morning I woke up to Florida doing Florida stuff. So it started to rain right when I was packing up. So today is rollout day. I'm leaving the Panhead party. I'm gonna grab a shower because it's showering. But I'm gonna run inside to my buddy's place, just get a shower. I'll take my time rolling out this morning. I learned a while ago the time to roll out isn't whenever the storm starts. It's whenever it's over or close to. So I'm just gonna take my time, get a few extra minutes with my pals, get a shower, and then I'll probably be on the road for about 4 days.
I got in a lot later than I planned to last night. I had, when I was coming up, I decided that I was going to try and make for a camp that I'm familiar with. It's a good camp. And so I just pushed to get there. And I figured I'd get there about 8:30 at night, which would be about an hour after dark. And 8:30 came and went, 9:30 came and went, 10:30 came and went. I grossly underestimated how far it was to that camp. And somewhere between 8:30 and 10:30, I passed it. And I don't even remember where. I don't know how I passed it and didn't see it. I was probably blinded by a car or something like that. I missed it. So I pressed on. As my old pal Shep would say, that bike just wants to go. It just likes to chew up the miles. So that bagger is super easy to ride, so I did just push. I wasn't tired, and I don't mind riding at night. It's not my favorite, but I rode for about 3 hours last night after dark. Rode for a total of about 12 hours. I think I did about 650 miles last night, which is really uncommon for me. My first day getting back on the road, kinda. It's usually a small day. If I get 100 miles, I'm fine with that. But last night I just crushed 650 miles. And I think there's a couple reasons for that. It wasn't just that I missed the camp. We have up north a storm system blowing in, and I'm trying to beat it. Basically, they're calling for some snow flurries, and I don't even want to be messing around with snow flurries coming from Florida. And you can see from the steam coming off my breath that it's not exactly warm right now, and I'm only in North Carolina. So there it is. I made it all the way to North Carolina. So I did the Florida push up to North Carolina, and that's pretty significant for me anyway. And what I'm going to try and do today is the second half of the push. I know that I can overnight, from my place all the way down to Florida. So it really is possible to do it just in one overnight trip. And I think that's what I'm actually going to try and do. I had plans to go back in the woods and do some bushcrafty stuff and just kind of like chill and really hang out, make like a 3 or 4 day trip out of it. But it's not looking like it's going to do that. I still think I'm going to hit the Blue Ridge Parkway for a spell, but I don't think I'm going to linger long. I'll enjoy the sights and the nice ride there, but I'll probably just keep on rolling north. But this morning, broke my tripod, so you guys are sitting on my boot. But I think this morning I'm just going to enjoy a little bit of coffee, and then I'm going to break camp. This is my broken tripod. And I'm back in the same location that I came to earlier in this video whenever I stopped in this big clear cut, and I'm just enjoying a little coffee this morning. And I think really my only agenda this morning is to enjoy the coffee, and then maybe go find some eggs somewhere, find some breakfast, and I'll try to hit a little family restaurant up. Man, what a lot of miles last night. I did not intend to make it this far, guys. I did not intend to push that hard last night. It just kind of happened, kind of snuck up on me. But I'm kind of glad I did, because it was a big push. I kind of wanted to do it, but who wants to? If you really enjoy the road, you don't want to just squash it and leave it behind you. This is the worst kind of ride, and it's just rushing. It's the worst kind. I don't encourage it. Out of necessity today, I'm just kind of pushing though. But good morning to you guys. Thanks for hanging out. I'm going to have some coffee. Cheers. I keep a wool blanket on the bike. I think it's good to keep a wool blanket, and for a lot of reasons. But I actually take it and I put it down on the floor of my tent there whenever I'm sleeping, and it makes like a rug. It gives you like a carpet inside your tent. It makes it really comfortable, and besides, it's a wool blanket. Tip: if you want to pick up a wool blanket, you don't have any cash to do so, go to Harbor Freight and go back and get one of their packing blankets. Super cheap, might be $15, maybe $20. That's what that is. So it's wool, and it'll work in a pinch. I have a wish list. I have some links down below if you guys want to follow the affiliates. There's a wool blanket I want to pick up that's really nice, but funds keep me from buying things too. Anyways, little road trip for you. Carry a wool blanket with you if you're not already. It's a great thing to have on the bike for many reasons. It holds insulation even if it's wet, so it's like an emergency blanket kind of thing, but it doubles as a great floor in your tent. You get tips here at Randall Rydes too. You guys want to see a gear bomb? Look at this.
Garbage. Just everywhere. Tent's still out. Let me step back and let you see this. And that's my gear bomb for you to enjoy. Everything. And imagine you guys don't even have a guitar or filming equipment to carry with you. You can get it in there, guys. I fantasize about the day when it was just me and a lady and we're running the bike and it's just the two of us and I don't have to bring y'all along. Don't have to bring the guitar along. It's just her and me and we're out on the highway just cruising for a week or two. Oh, man, it sounds like paradise. It sounds so easy. It sounds incredible. If you haven't been doing this because your apprehension has kept you from it for whatever reason, you might be thinking you can't do it or it's just too much or whatever. How could you possibly pack on a bike what you need? Let me tell you guys, you can do this, man. It's not that hard. The people out here are much better than what the media would have you believe. We're actually just like you and me. That's a fact. I'm out here, guys. I see that every single time I'm on the road. They're just like you and me. We're not nearly as scary as the media would have you believing. I'm gonna go catch some breakfast, all right, guys? Let's head up the highway, and I am gonna wear that snowsuit. David up in New York, thank you, buddy. That was a gift to me. David, thank you for sending that to me. It is a lifesaver right now. It was on the way south. It's a lifesaver on the way back north. I don't think it's 50 degrees out right now. So high 40s, 48, something like that. The hands are numb. You can probably tell they're a little ashy. They're kind of pale, you know, so. All right, I'm gonna finish packing up. I'm gonna go find a little family restaurant. This is one of the campgrounds I like to stay at whenever I'm traveling. This is just off the Blue Ridge Parkway. What is the name of this one? It's called Floyd Family Campground. Anyways, they're relatively inexpensive sites. And since I usually just stay one night and then I'm moving on, that suits me fine. But for a little bit of money, support a local business, get a shower, get the rest really good. There's no rush, no one trying to run you out. You're not hiding from anyone. So I'm gonna go get camp set up. Welcome to the campground. It's a nice setup, if you will. It's kind of like up on a little flat area here. So the sun's still hitting it late in the day. The sun come up first thing in the morning. It'll warm up the tent. So it's a good spot. And it's flat enough, and as you saw, there's a little fire ring right behind the bike there. So I think I'll have a little fire tonight. Plenty of wood down. There's a tree branch right back there. A whole tree fell down. There's a couple all around here, so there's no shortage of firewood. I have a saw and everything, so I'll cut some up, and we'll have a nice little fire here this evening. So this is about, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes off of the Blue Ridge Parkway. So you actually have to cut off to come back here, but it's a good campground. And it's, like I said, it's relatively inexpensive too. So if you guys are looking for a place to camp while you're cruising on the Blue Ridge Parkway, this is what I'm recommending to you. And that's that. See if that don't get it. That's a good little trick if you guys don't know that already. Just carry a little bit of Vaseline and cotton balls together, and it makes real quick fire start. And I use a fire still to spark it, but you can use a lighter. Quick fire. I went ahead and made a little pot holder or a can holder, whatever. Let's see if that works. We'll see. Just build that up a little bit. It's beautiful out tonight. Sun just went down. It's just barely hanging onto the edge of the ridge just outside the campground, but it's all dark. It's all in shade where I'm at, which means it's time to eat and get a shower. A tip I'll share with you if you're staying at campgrounds, at biker rallies and stuff like that, and there's limited showers, get your shower before it's dark. You find it, you'll be able to just zip in and out, not have to deal with a bunch of a rush, you know. But as soon as it gets dark, there's like a mad rush on the shower. Get your shower before it gets dark. When I was coming down the road, I stopped at a thrift store because I could really use a tripod. As you can tell, I'm really struggling to get that camera to sit in a way I can do this effectively. I have it shimmed up with rocks and everything. But today coming in, it was really windy. The bike doing a lot of that stuff. You're following you're on your line, but then the wind would blow and you'd be like leaning into it and stuff. So that wasn't too pleasant. Nonetheless, we got here and we're none the worse for wear. But it wasn't fun while I was going through it. I got quite a fire going on right now. My can of chili mac is steaming. That's a good sign. So in this video, you guys have been listening to music that I composed, and so all the music on all my videos is stuff that I've created. And I'm primarily a guitarist and a lyricist, singer, so that's usually for me. If you hear other stuff going on, that's just a friend. But if you guys dig the music, let me know. And it's going to get better. I think the videos are kind of morphing right now. It takes a lot of work to put together a video like you're watching right now, because it's not just the videography, and there's of course the trip and doing the thing, but then you got to capture it all the whole time. You just got to be, you know, camera in hand kind of stuff. And then when I get back, to put the music together for everybody too. It's important, but it takes a lot of effort. So I thank you guys for your feedback on all of that. That flame is jumping at you. It's trying to get you. I've been hauling this spoon around with me for, I don't know, 1,300 miles or something like that. It's kind of funny. I had that can of chili mac in my saddlebag just in case, you know, and I knew I forgot my spoon, so I grabbed one for the gas stop and I had it in my pocket. That's a 1,300 mile spoon right there. And today it fulfills its destiny. Good grief. And that's a fire we were hoping for. Tomorrow's the final push. My intention is to wake up early enough that I can make it all the way back to the apartment tomorrow. Boy, it's been a good ride, guys. A really good ride. It's not over yet. Tomorrow, I'll bring this in for you. So tomorrow, what we have to look forward to is, so it's been a really good ride, guys, but it's not over yet. Tomorrow I'm going to be finishing up. I'm heading from the south to the north on the Blue Ridge Parkway, and tomorrow I will get on to Skyline Drive. And Skyline Drive is, you have to pay to ride that one. I'm fortunate I'm a vet, so I get to actually use a card, and they just let me ride it for free. That's state parks. They let the vets do that, which is very cool. And so tomorrow I'm gonna take advantage of that. I'm gonna use my card, and I'm gonna go ride Skyline Drive with you guys. So if you haven't seen Skyline Drive, stick around, guys. I think you'll really enjoy it. So it's gonna be a good day tomorrow. We got a lot of incredible riding to do. My intention is to basically finish this whole voyage with an incredible ride along Skyline Drive, and I plan on doing the whole length of it too. So hopefully that works out tomorrow. Weather looks perfect. Should have bluebird skies. Yeah, the vantage and outlook should be incredible. So stick around. I think you guys will enjoy it. If you're still in this video up to this point, you guys are awesome. Thank you for the support, man. I really feel the love. This channel's been growing so fast lately, and if you're a new sub especially, thank you guys for showing up and sticking around. Let me check on this chili mac.
yeah.
So yeah, that's done. It's definitely good enough for me. I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna eat now. Coffee. Yes, she's done. And voila, we've made it home. It feels like it's about 40 degrees. Boo, Pennsylvania. Boo. Let me step in here so it's not so windy. The old corral spot here. I'm gonna push the bike in here in just a minute. Unload it first. Guys, I had an incredible journey down to Florida and back. Man, a lot happened on this, what I'd call a whole shot kind of run. So just a whole shot, it's just down and back, and you got a lot packed into it. But I don't feel like any of it was rushed, save for my trip north. I feel like I pushed that a little bit, but that's okay. That was by design. We're expecting some ugly weather here in Pennsylvania tomorrow and through the weekend, so I wanted to be ahead of that. It's cold and windy, but I still think I made the right choice by coming home a couple days kind of early. So a whole shot trip packed full of amazing stuff. And if you've stayed for the entire video, guys, hats off to you. Thank you so much for being here. And I have a ton of new subs, guys. Let me officially welcome you to the riding season. It's going to be a good year. Much love, much respect.